Hi, my name is Kelly Powers, and I am one of the 4 counselors here at Davis County High School. This video is especially for rising seniors and the parents of rising seniors. Today, we're going to talk about scheduling for next year, which is your senior year. I am the counselor for last names A through D for personalized counseling and scheduling. So I have been here probably if you're a fourth or you're going to be a senior next year, then I've already been your counselor the last 3 years and will continue to work with you this year as well if your last name's A through D. However, in addition, all seniors work with me for college applications and scholarships. So when that time comes and you're a senior and it says, who is your counselor, you will always put me, Kelly Powers, as your point of contact for your school counselor. However, for scheduling and your personalized counseling throughout your senior year, you will still see your traditional counselor. And speaking of the guidance team, here we are. So again, I take care of students' last name A through D. Cassie Campbell takes care of students' last names E through J. Joe Leisner works with students K through Q and mostly junior. So if you're a junior and you've done any of the enrichment programs that she advertises, you probably know her already. And then Mr. Neil Hayden is our counselor who takes care of students with the last names R through Z, sorry. And Miss Nicodemus is our Youth Service Center coordinator, and she meets students' needs in lots of other ways and is an extra support here, and we consider her a part of the team, as well as Trey Pippin and Amanda Jerome. Trey is our college and career readiness coordinator, and he oversees several programs. Many of you are already taking college classes or you've been involved in one of the community campus programs, and you know that the two of them work together to schedule you all in those classes. More on that later. But Mr. Pippin is located here at Davis County High School. Ms. Jerome is our district point of contact for those programs. Scheduling supplies. Some of you are AB students, some of you are virtual. So virtual students receive these in the mail. AB students, you should receive these in your first block class. And if you're thinking, oh, wow, I have college class or something off campus first block, then you will get it in your fourth block class. If you don't receive those materials, please contact the guidance office and we will help you with that. But what you should have from your first block teacher or fourth block would be a graduation checklist, and also on the back of that is probably the 4-year plan and your transcript. So use that to work together to work through your graduation checklist in terms of, I've already taken that, to see what you have left. And as a rising senior, this is the most exciting year probably for scheduling because you're getting to mark off a lot. You get to see what you've gained credit for and what is left. And if you've been successful in most of your classes up until this point, you will find that your senior year provides lots of opportunities for electives and choosing courses according to your preference and things that will prepare you for life after high school, we hope. This is showing your diploma requirements. There's a college and career prep diploma, which most of you will earn, and then some of you are working towards the DCPS honors diploma. The main difference in those two would be that the AP, or that the honors diploma rather, requires 5 AP courses of your choice and 3 years of the same foreign language. So we're looking for Spanish 1, 2, 3, Latin 1, 2, 3, or French 1, 2, and 3. And again, as mentioned earlier, here's your practice scheduler. You've seen this each year as you schedule likely, and now we're just focused on that last year, your senior year with those blocks. Senior schedule. So with your teacher recommendations that will already be in Infinite Campus, when you log in, you're going to see what you were recommended for. And in the English department, you may have English 4 CP, CP Excel, English 101 or 102 that you could take as your senior English, or AP English Language, AP Lit, and new this year, AP Seminar. So let's say you're a student that did English 1 pre-AP, and then you took AP Lang as a sophomore, you're taking AP Lit as a junior. That senior year was always kind of a question mark as where do we go from here? And for those students, we're recommending AP Seminar, or you may also revert to English 102, etc. With those seniors, you probably won't see a recommendation for the 101 and 102 because those are taught obviously at the community college. You're going to have to take out what the teacher recommended if your intent is to take 101 or 102 your senior year. You will just select college hours down at the bottom in your electives portion. And so more on that in the future, but college hours 1 through 8 are reflective of the blocks in which they're offered. And so if you think of it like college hours 1 is first semester, first block. College hours 4 is fourth block, first semester. So 5 then goes into the spring semester. So spring first block is college hours 5, and fourth block would be college hours 8. So if you want to sort of plan out when you are out of the building, you can think of it like that and go ahead and plug in the college hours 1 through 8. Mr. Pippin has a separate application for dual credit students. So if you are intending to do 101, 102, or any college class, you will need to make sure to fill out his separate application and pay attention to his emails where you will schedule with OCTC, because just putting down college hours does not automatically get you in 101. So you would have to then apply with the college, and you do that through Mr. Pippin. So it sounds a little complex, but you are sort of dually enrolled in schools at Davis County High School and at OCTC. So we ask that you do both parts of that. But for planning purposes, for Infinite Campus, for what I'm asking you to do, you can just do a placeholder of college hours 1 through 8, depending on how many you plan to take. Your senior math class is important. Pick something that you can make sure that you pass. So it's required for you to complete and pass through Algebra 2. So if you haven't done that, then that will be an automatic. Many of our seniors are taking pre-cal, calculus, and so on. Some of our seniors also like to jump to the college there for the Math 150 college algebra. So again, same thing for that. If you've been recommended for something other than a college class and you want to take college algebra, you would need to delete what is in your recommendation and put college hours down in the electives. And then that would, again, be a spot holder for you for a college class in the future. Government and econ, if you have not taken those, they're both 9-week classes here, unless you take the AP form of government, which is an 18-week class. Also, students or next year senior class are 3 full science credits are required. So it's likely you got integrated science or AP environmental science, and then biology your sophomore year likely. And then some of you went ahead this year as juniors and took chemistry, physics, or earth and space. If you've done that, you are finished if you like. You also may see that your science teacher this year recommended another, and that is up to you if you would like to take an additional science as one of your mini electives your senior year. If you have not taken or passed one of those classes mentioned, then you would need to choose one of those as well. Art, there is a full credit of art required, so just make sure in your senior schedule that you have taken care of that. If not, you're going to need to request either, Art 1, theater, those are 18-week classes, or there's plenty of 9-week classes, and you would just need a combination of 2, like photography and printmaking, for example. So take a look at those as you work through your checklist. Make sure that you have completed those, and if not, make sure that you are requesting those in your schedule. And then the last thing just talks about elective opportunities. As I mentioned before, if you've been taking care of business the first 3 years of high school, then you should find that you have lots of opportunities for electives. So some things to consider are those college and dual credit classes. Also, a lot of our students like to take advantage of the 2 co-op programs that we offer for juniors and seniors. Some of you as juniors maybe already took advantage of this. There's business co-op and ag co-op. Please refer to the handbook for the requirements associated with each of those. So you cannot just request those classes. There's a class that coordinates with each one. For business, it's a specific class. For ag, it's any ag class. So each year it requires you to be enrolled in an ag class to be enrolled in the ag employment. And please pay attention also, there is a fall and a spring. So it's possible for you to work fourth block all year, but you would have to request both of those. More electives, of course, we have several departments here in the elective options, and you have probably been introduced to some at this point, but your senior year, again, is an opportunity that you can take advantage of more. There's options in agriculture, art, business, the family consumer science department, PE, technology, etc. Year-long courses like band, choir, and orchestra. Those, some of you have been in those every year, and you're welcome to request those. Again, those fulfill that art requirement. So if you've been in band, choir, or orchestra for a year, then you automatically have met that requirement. ROTC is also a year-long commitment, and the completion of that course takes care of your PE and health credit, and band takes care of performing arts as well. Community campus programs like Engineering and Life Science Academy. Also, I have to add, Ag Academy is new this year. As rising seniors, that's probably not something really available to you at this point, but you may hear students talking about that. That's our newest community campus, all under the umbrella of Empower You with Ms. Jerome and Mr. Pippin. Speaking of Ms. Jerome and Empower You, here are the community campus classes, or programs rather: Agriculture, Engineering, Life Science Academy, Early College Academy. Those of you that applied for this program and are working through it right now as juniors, again, if you found success there, you'll be allowed to continue with the hopes that you will complete enough hours at the community college that you will receive your associate's degree. And myself and the other counselors here work closely with Mr. Pippin and Ms. Whippleberg at OCTC, who oversees that program, on the scheduling your senior year, just to make sure that we're matching up, that you're getting your high school credits, and that you're also getting what you need for that Associate of Arts or Associate of Science that you're working towards with them as well. Again, a mention of the dual credit classes. That is, you would put in your electives College Hours 1, College Hours 2, all the way through 8, depending on how many you plan to take next year. And with that, we recommend, and Mr. Pippin will have a Google Doc that will eventually be sent out where you will choose from the drop-down courses of Gen Ed college requirements. So when you do take dual credit classes over there, we try to streamline what you are allowed to take to make sure that it's something useful that you can take with you to the college of your choice upon graduating from high school. More on Owensboro Community and Technical College. As I said, Mr. Pippin's located in our building, and he will be the point of contact for all these programs. He oversees dual credit and Gen Ed college, and again, application required dual credit classes. I already mentioned this a couple of times. You request College Hours 1 through 8. There are technical programs that we have students working through junior and senior year. Application is required. Empower You academies, again, I feel like I'm on repeat here. Agriculture, Engineering, and Life Science, application required and available on the Davis County Public School website. Again, the honors diploma requires 5 AP classes and 3 years of the same foreign language, and you have to pass all of those classes. At Davis County High School, we are proud to offer 20 or more AP courses each year. AP exams have typically been in May each year. Scheduling timeline. So today you're going to be able to get into Infinite Campus and see the recommendations that were made by your teachers. And then also today you will be able to put in your own course request. So reviewing and reflecting on what teachers have recommended, and then you're filling in the blanks. If you're a senior and you only have 3 classes that are required of you at this point, then that means you have 5 to fill with electives. So choosing co-op, dual credit, or all the other many options that we have available here at Davis County. Those are all options for you. So it's important that you do look closely at those. Also, as you know, there will be very, very limited schedule changes to the point of required. So Mr. Mason has made a move towards that, and we want you to be very careful and take some time to look over this with your parents as well to choose what you are requesting. But remember, it is just that. Just because you request photography doesn't mean that you get it. So think of it more of like a wish list. So you're trying to reflect what you're interested in, what you would prefer to take. And from there, we do our best to match up 1,800 students with what we have available with our staff each year. Schedules plan to be ready prior to the first week of your senior year. This video is embedded in this program where it's going to show you how to access your academic planner. So, okay, and so that video will also be emailed to you if you need to revisit that when you get to the point of you're prepared to enter your electives. You can refer back to that video that Aaron Yasser made available to us. A few things on that. Also, the academic progress that he was showing that would light up some things in red. Sometimes we see those and students and parents will email us because they see things in red that don't show up. Don't panic when you see those, but just reach out to your counselor maybe just to double check on some things. But there are some classes that cover certain categories that don't always light up as green. So it's not the end all be all of your graduation. So don't think necessarily assume that you're behind. Just double check with your counselor if you see something, or if you think like that your college class may be counted for something, or if Life Science Academy or engineering maybe you believed earned you a credit in one of the graduation checklist requirements, just let us know and we'll be happy to double check that for you. Next. So this is basically what you do. So now that you've heard all this and you're kind of hearing it for the last time, as you plan for your senior year, you're going to check your diploma list. So I recommend bringing up your transcript or having it out, a sheet of paper if you can. Those of you virtually from home, bring that up on your computer beside your checklist, and then just go through and check. Make sure that you're not putting a check by something that you took, but something that you took and passed. So it does require that you pass it to put a check and move on. If you did not pass, say, chemistry, for example, your junior year, then you will need to retake chemistry or physics. Also, speaking of that, Mr. Yasser mentioned foreign language being required for honors diploma. It is not required that you take foreign language at all in high school to get the college and career prep diploma. However, let me say this, as senior counselor, I see sometimes colleges, especially the 4-year state schools and private, want to see 2 years of the same foreign language. So oftentimes students make it a goal to take, say, French, Latin, or Spanish 1 and 2. I can't say for sure for each school whether that would keep you from being admitted, but it is something that they sometimes consider. So think about where you are with that and what your plan is for next year as you consider those electives in particular. Also, speaking of college admittance, also for the 4-year school, if you're planning to go, Murray, UK, U of L, etc., or even out of state, colleges often want to see a lab science, that 3rd-year lab science. So think about chemistry or physics that include the lab for that rather than earth and space. If you're thinking of starting off at OCTC, then earth and space certainly can get you there. Also, that's a great 4th-year elective if you already took the chemistry or physics and you were successful your junior year. So take a look at all of those things. Just throwing that out there for you to consider as you have so many choices going into your senior year. So let me go through this list. It says complete your diploma checklist. So you're looking at that, you're seeing what's left. Then you're looking at the scheduling handbook for electives, and there's a link here. It's also linked, of course, on our school website. Watch the video that we just watched if you need to review that again to discuss, or that discusses how to enter your request in Infinite Campus. And again, parents can do that from their parent portal as well to help you. Review choices with your parents, please. check in with school counselor with any questions. Let me say that you can reach us, of course, by email. Those of you in person, we see you on the AB days as well. We're going to offer some Google Meets for question and answering, and we did that last spring, and some of you took advantage of that, and I think it will be helpful. And maybe at this point in the year, you're more comfortable with the Google Meets, but we will share those links through the daily email on these days. But if you have some paper and you want to write down these dates, the first one is March the 5th from 2 to 3 p.m. Counselors will be available. And then on the following Monday and Tuesday evening, we're going to make some time available for you. So on March the 8th from 6 to 8 p.m., at least one counselor will be available in the Google Meet to help answer questions and answers specifically you might have about your child, or if you're a student, about next year and scheduling. And then also on Tuesday, March the 9th from 7 to 9 p.m., we'll also be hosting a Google Meet, again, just for question and answers. So just hop in and let us know how we can help you. We'll probably do that by just typing questions in the Google chat. So let us know what questions you might have, and coming to those sometimes helps because one person asks the question that everybody has, and then you can hop in and out as you need to during those times. Also, a note on those of you that are virtual that took some Edgenuity classes, I wanted to quickly review what graduation requirements you may have taken that helps with your graduation checklist. If you took Healthy Living, then that will take care of the health and PE credit if you still needed that. Let's see, if you took art on Edgenuity, that takes care of that one full credit of the performing arts. So that would take care of that on your graduation checklist. And also, a few of you are in digital citizenship, a 9-week Edgenuity course. If you take and pass that, then you will get your digital literacy credit that way. So I just wanted to throw that out there for those of you that are virtual on Edgenuity courses. There was a few electives that counted for something on your graduation checklist. Back to the numbers, as far as what you need to enter, you need to make sure that you enter up to 4 requests and 8 alternates. So again, if you want, a solid senior year schedule, which I know that you all do, and we want to give you what you want as best as we can, we need to know what that is. So fill that in. If you're a senior wanting to take all college classes, then you would put college hours 1 through 4 in the requests and 5 through 8 in the alternates. And then we know we get the hint, and that is what you will get so long as you fulfill your commitment with Mr. Pippin on the application involved there. I'm trying to think last minute things. Mr. Pippin, again, is your contact for all OCTC course options. Please take care of application deadlines. So there's not anything I can do come July if you decide it sounds like a good idea to take college classes. I would agree with you, but say you missed the boat on that. So now is the time to get serious and spend time thinking and planning for your senior year. And I want it to be meaningful and successful. I want it to be an opportunity for you to explore some electives that maybe haven't been available to you up until this point. I want it to be classes that prepare you for the future, or that allows you to explore something that you might be interested in the future. Or if you're thinking, none of these electives are interesting to me at this point, I just want to take some gen ed classes at the college to get some of that out of the way, then we want to help you with that as well. So spend some time taking care of this, getting this all in Infinite Campus. Make sure you click save, because it closes. So we talked about the scheduling window being open. It is open as of today with you viewing this, and it will close after March the 12th. So that is your deadline, March the 12th, Friday, March the 12th. So make sure that you take time to do this. We're providing time in class today to do this. And we are here if you have questions. We will be available by Google Meet after these videos, first and fourth block today for students who are in person. And again, remember the Google dates, or the dates that I gave you for the Google Q&A nights for parents or students. Either one are welcome. But again, that is Friday, March the 5th from 2 to 3, Monday, March the 8th from 6 to 8 p.m., and Tuesday, March the 9th from 7 to 9 p.m. We look forward to helping you, and thank you for your time and attention today.